There was once a boy called Joseph who had 11 brothers. One day, Joseph told his father, Jacob, that his older brothers were not looking after the sheep properly. It made them really angry with Joseph. Jacob loved Joseph far more than all of the rest of his brothers, which wasn't very fair. But one day he gave his favourite son a coat of many colours. It made his brothers very jealous. Joseph was a daydreamer, and he used to tell his brothers and his dad about his dreams. One day he had a dream that he saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars all bowing down to him. His brothers thought that this meant that Joseph thought that they should bow down to him, which made not only the brothers angry, but also his father. But his father forgave him. One day, all of the brothers, apart from Joseph and Ben, packed some food and took the animals to a better land. After a while, Jacob began to worry, so sent Joseph to go and help his favourite sons. It took Joseph a long time to find his brothers, but when they saw him, they started plotting. "Let's kill him," said one. "No, let's just teach him a lesson and pop him down the well," said another. "Let me go," shouted Joseph, kicking and struggling to get free, and they stole his coat off them. One time they saw some merchants on their way to Egypt, and Judah, the oldest brother, had an idea, and it wasn't a very nice one. "Let's sell Joseph to the merchants," he said, because in those days they could be sold to the slave market, and they could get rid of Joseph and earn some money too. They were paid 20 silver pieces, which was a good price. By the time they got home, they needed to find a way to tell Jacob that his son had gone, but without telling him what had happened. Judah was never short of a plan. "Let's put some goat's blood on Joseph's coat," he said, "and father will think he's killed by a wild animal." It was cruel, but Jacob believed it. Little did the brothers know that they would see Joseph again. Joseph, when he was in Egypt, got put into prison for something he did not do, and he spent his time telling the other prisoners what their dreams meant. Word got around, and the king of Egypt wanted to see Joseph. He wanted to know the meaning of some of his dreams. Joseph managed to explain why there had been no crops, and he was very pleased, so the king let him go and made him governor of Egypt. One day, many years later, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt to buy corn, because in their own country the crops had all dried out. At first, they didn't recognise Joseph, but once they were told who he was, they begged for forgiveness. Being a nice man, Joseph forgave his brothers for treating him so badly all those years ago, and he sent them home with sacks of food and money. When the brothers returned home, they told Jacob who they had seen, and he was so happy that they all travelled back to Egypt to see him again, and all of them lived there happily for years. The end.